It's me, it's that KING once again, and yes, it's that time of the week. It's time for the WTF Moments from WWE Raw. A fucking good episode of WWE Raw as well, but I'm going to bastardize anyway because I'm a sick guy. And we start off with those pesky general managers. You know how they said that they're going to make the shows about the superstars in the ring rather than themselves? Well, they're fucking liars. You know how I know that? Because during the recap of the Battleground main event, 9 of the 16 shots used in that main event were of the management. They're still taking all the spotlight. And then at the start of this week's show, of course, what was in the ring but a pair of one general manager and one commissioner. Steph and Mick were there, taking all the glory. But I suppose that was the only time we saw them last night, so yeah, I suppose they are making them all about the superstars. But it didn't look good at the start, all right. Yes, get the f*** in there. Tonight is the night is dead and gone. It's, it was so but it's been replaced by a tune with balls, you know, a bit of oomph in the theme for Raw these days. And the commentary team's been shifted back to where in 2003, just so you can't see Michael Cole reading the scripts in the back of shot now. I presume that's the reason, yeah, so it's all changed. It's all changed. And I doubted Raw, I doubted WWE to ring the changes for the set and the commentary and everything, but they've done it. So yeah, WTF Moments. And they actually got it right. I can't believe they actually f***ing got it right. They called Byron Saxton by his proper name, his real name, his God-given name. After Battleground, that's a WTF moment, isn't it, Byron Sexton? That woman with the sign that read, "Shut your roll and know your mouth." You know what time it is, motherfuckers. It's Blazing Squad o'clock. Because, you know, she's done flip reverse, The Rock's famous catchphrase. For what reason, I don't know, so WTF. Mick Foley saying that last night's WWE Raw was the start of the new era. No, Mick. No, for f***'s sake. The new era started the night after WrestleMania 32. When Shane McMahon took charge of the show and brought those superstars. That was the start of the new era. This brand extension, it's part of the new era. It's not the new era of the new era. I refuse to call it the new era of the new era. I pity the fool that calls it the era of the new era. The era. Well, I suppose at least we didn't see one of those awkward Mick Foley moments where his brain, you know, because of all the chair shots, just stops working and he forgets his lines or says something stupid. After his first 2 appearances at GM, those did look like becoming regular occurrences, but nah, they're not. Get this right, in her opening promo, Stephanie McMahon called the WWE Championship the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Has it changed back? I don't know, I can't keep up. Did she f*** up? I don't know, they don't tell us these things, they just announce it and then just expect us to get on board with it. I want to know. Nobody tells me nothing. I mean, there's cosplaying, and then there's that f***er there. Jesus Christ, how much does he look like Kevin Owens? Unbelievable scenes. I can't believe my eyes. Imagine looking like Kevin Owens, though. He really is the love of my life. He is my spirit animal. So last night on WWE Raw, we saw the birth of the WWE Universal Championship. I mean, it makes sense to get rid of World Heavyweight, you know, just to get rid of the weight classes when you've got little men like Finn Balor going for the championship. But Universal, to me, that's roller coasters and theme parks and shit like that. It's not wrestling, it's just a horrible name. Well, call me Betty, f*** me sideways and oi me off a cliff. It looks like I'm going to have to put new era, same old shit into retirement. We got championship matches last night. We had Finn Balor shoved right into the thick of it in the main event scene. It was just all action, no filler. Well, apart from the New Day, we'll get to that bit anyway. Apart from the New Day, it was just all killer, no filler. Keep that up, lads. F***ing hell, I loved it, Maggle. Loved it. God, I miss John on Raw, I really do. Hey, she fell over. You know, when Cesaro was doing his entrance and he tripped. Too busy shooting from the hip he is that he's not looking where his feet are going. He's too fixated on that little hoister. Hoister? Is it called a hoister? Holster. Holster. H-O-L-ster. He's too f***ing fascinated on that holster on his hip, shooting the bullets. He should be looking where his feet's going, all right, for Well, call me Betty once again and f me the other way, and yeah, just put the kettle on. Michael Cole called sports entertainment professional wrestling live on Raw in 2016 in front of the entire world on WWE Raw. Wow. And we're back to Michael Cole. I'm not going to give him a clock because too many clocks, they spoil the broth. That moment when Michael Cole Finn Balor's Pele kick and overhead kick. True, it is one of those, but you know, it's only been one of Finn's signature moves since forever, Michael. Just do a bit of research, man, for God's sake. And we're back to Michael again when he was bigging up Nia Jax by saying that she's from the same family tree that brought us the Wild Samoans, the Usos, Rikishi, Umaga, The Rock. And he stopped there. There was no Roman Reigns. Can you believe it? I can't believe it, Jeff. What is going on? Oh, it's hilarious how Roman has quite literally pissed his career away. And speaking of Roman, what about that botched Superman punch with Chris Jericho? You know, the one where Jericho fell flat on his arse and Roman gave it a nice good old-fashioned air shot. Aye, they would have got away with it if they didn't just, like, reattempt the spot like a second later, making it obvious that they f***ed up the first one. Idiot, stupid idiot. Right, I didn't want to do this, and I'm not going to have my editor Jimmy make a nice animation because I don't want it to become a regular thing. But it's Corey o'clock, motherfuckers. And it was that moment when Corey said, if you're thinking about ring rust, Roman has shown absolutely none between tonight and last night. So between his Battleground main event and last night on Raw, he's shown no ring rust. How do you develop ring rust in a day, is what I'm asking there. I mean, John would have got the same treatment, wouldn't he, if he said it? So I've got to do it for Corey. What's good for the geese is good for the gander and all that. But you know, that sentence didn't make sense, Corey. I still love you, though. You're still a lot better than John. Sonny boy! Yeah! That New Day segment was fucking painful, wasn't it? I mean, how did Big E know Sonny Boy's name before Sonny Boy said it? Why did they have to ask so many questions about the legitimacy of Sonny Boy's name? And just why did it happen? It ruined, wait, it didn't ruin. It put a blemish on what was otherwise a fantastic evening. I mean, I know the New Day are one of the more popular things going today, but if you've got nothing for them, WWE, just leave them off the show. They don't have to be on every single episode if you've got nothing good for them. Because if you continue shit like that in the midst of all the other greatness that's happening around it, they're going to lose their popularity very quickly. You dig? You better f***ing dig or I will bite your f***ing nose off. Sake, it's Corey o'clock again in that moment where he called Neville's standing shooting star press a standing moonsault. Now, yeah, I know it's just a bit of a slip of the tongue, but I could have let Corey get away with it, but no. He was Neville's tag team partner. They held the NXT Tag Team Championship together. He should know these little details and not f*** them up in front of the world, you know what I mean? Oh, Corey, you're still better than John. No, yeah. What was with all the SmackDown ads during WWE Raw? Aren't they supposed to be going head-to-head with each other? Can you not remember when Vince was talking about the merch sales and the live event attendances and the TV ratings, all, you know, all competition and all that malarkey? And WWE Raw giving their rivals a helping hand. I mean, Stephanie and Mick should be making sure that SmackDown is not mentioned at all so that people don't tune in and that they win the war. But then again, that's a bit of logic in wrestling. That just doesn't happen, does it? Did you see clumps of Charlotte's hair falling out during her match with Sasha Banks? I suppose we finally got a suitable nickname for her, you know. She's the daughter of the Nature Boy. She's the Alopecia Girl. Well then, call me Betty for a third time. I suppose you better f*** me straight up the way this time because WrestleMania repeated itself. Sasha Banks, how the f*** did she not break her neck there? What's her neck made of? Is it made of like Stretch Armstrong material? Because it must be. Because any neck made of bone and other stuff in there, like us normal humans, it would have fucking just snapped. See you later. Should have been worn around like. Well then, we've got Betty to the power of 4, and I suppose you've better f*** us down the way this time, because it's the only direction left, isn't it?
Quite.
Right. Aye. You can f*** us diagonally, can't you?
Oh yeah. Many ways.
We've got another WrestleMania repeat. Charlotte's Kurt Angle-esque moonsault off the top rope onto the floor. Just wow, what a ridiculous specimen of a woman she is. She's fucking good, isn't she? She really is good, isn't she? That was an unbelievable match. Oh. How about when Charlotte tapped out twice on 2 different separate occasions on her tet? She was doing this, she did that twice before Mike Chioda finally called for the bell. Chioda, you little saucy tease. We didn't think Sasha was going to get there, did we? But you did, and oh, I cried. What a moment. I love that woman. Anyway, how great was that match? The tribute to Eddie in the middle of it, all the bloody moonsaults and the broken neck stuff. It's just died. Just let them do it, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, that's fine by me. Just let them fight for the next 10 years. Just do it. Just let them do it. You know it's best for business and all that malarkey. That moment when Byron Sexton set up Sasha Banks that the new era has its first new champion. In the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin, I've got one thing to say. No, it hasn't. We all know the new era began the night after WrestleMania. This is a message I will not stop propelling to you over this medium of YouTube because it's right. The new era started with Shane McMahon the night after WrestleMania, and the first new champion of the new era was The Miz, who took Zack Ryder's Intercontinental Championship less than 24 hours after he won the damn thing in that ladder match. You know it's true, I know it's true, Jimmy behind the camera knows it's true, but WWE don't. New era of the new era. Bollocks, I tell you. That moment when Michael Cole said that Monday Night Raw has the women's division. No, it just doesn't. What about Becky Lynch, Natty? What about Eva fucking Marie, Naomi? Do they have cocks, massive big manly cocks and big manly lady pals? Do they have all those, do they? I don't think so. They're all women and they're on SmackDown, so Raw doesn't have the bloody women's division, Maggle. You silly goose. Right then, let's deal with that Braun Strowman match, and we start off with Strowman's new haircut. When the f***'s he going back for the rest of it? The barber did the sides, but he forgot the top. And how did his rat's tail at the back grow good? 2 feet in the space of an evening. Somebody's wearing extensions, aren't they, Braun? Not so big and tough now, are you? And then we have Byron Saxton interviewing James the Jobber, whatever his name was. I can't remember what his name was. But anyway, why the f*** would we care what he has to say with his weird... I know I'm no Mona Lisa, but I'm going to say it anyway. He had a weird face, didn't he? And that was obviously the reason that WWE picked him, the poor little sod. Nevertheless, we shouldn't care what he has to say, especially when Braun Strowman's making his first entrance with his new music and whatnot, because, you know, first impressions are important. And then, of course, another WTF moment in this is the return of the good old-fashioned squash match. But this will not work if the commentators just sit there laughing at the poor little jobber getting his arse handed to him the whole way through. It's distracting, I know this. I've committed this crime myself. I'm currently not focused on the action in the ring, just on myself. It's bad, it's not a good thing to do, I've learned that. And now Michael Cole, Byron and bloody Corey Graves should be doing the same. They should be bigging up Braun Strowman, not just laughing at some poor ugly little getting decimated. It took away from the moment, it just ruined the damn thing. I'm shooting. I'd just like to hand out a hearty congratulations to the 3 lads that walked along the hard cam side of the arena with a sign that read, "Stop pushing Roman Reigns." Good work, lads, although I'm sure that security fucking mauled you when you got out of sight of the camera. Kevin Dunn would have been going radio rental in that truck. How funny is this Roman Reigns demotion at the minute? He's lost his last 2 big pay-per-view matches and then he was pinned to the mat clean once again. On WWE Raw last night, he's quite literally, as I said earlier in the video, but I'm going to say it again because it's such a good line, he's quite literally pissed his career away. Oh, it feels so good because he just didn't deserve that push, did he? But now, his piss has just f***ed him up the arse. I love his piss, I really do. I'd wear his piss as some eau de toilette. I'd bathe in his piss. I'd even create a new cocktail for myself, you know, called Purple Rains. I love you, Roman Reigns piss. I really do. Roman Reigns, your piss is lovely. Thank you for ending this shitness for a little bit of time before you inevitably get another push back to the top very soon. But I'm going to enjoy it while it's lasting, lads. Oh, it's so good. But there is a valuable little lesson in this. We're getting Roman clean by making him lose clean. You can take that one to the fucking bank as well. That moment when WWE promoted an episode of Ride Along that was going to be shown immediately after WWE Raw. It was supposed to have Enzo and Cass on, but the one that showed up on the network last night was the one with Mark Henry, Chris Jericho and the club. Somebody done f***ed up there, haven't they? Big time. And then finally we have a WhatCulture sign, just the one this week. There was none on telly, which is a WTF moment in itself. And I should have really written this guy's handle down, just to give him a bit of credit since he was the only one, but I haven't. And such is life. Life sucks and then you die. Aye, so that's it. That's it for this week's WTF Moments. I've been Betty. I'll see you tomorrow for a bit of SmackDown.